so hard when they know that they are not. You know what I mean? They know they're not. So again, nationality is the order of the day. More is knowing yourself, your history. This puts everything in perspective for you. It really does. But you have to study, like we said earlier. You know, you don't swallow your food whole. You have to digest it and, you know, regurgitate it out. And the only way to do that is to take time to digest it. But, check, I don't want to put any caps or anything on there, but it's 9 o'clock. We're going to wrap up around 9:30. Since I just want to know, did you want to share your story from today with us? All right. My fault. Can you want to come up here so they can hear you on 9 too? Yes. Peace and love, family. All right.
I'm Beverly L. It was a small case today. I was in court earlier today, and there was a problem with this particular courthouse because I tried to serve the papers, but then somehow they must have got lost, and this is like my third attempt of coming back because I had to have it postponed a few times. So they should have had all my affidavit already and, you know, my whole nationality thing already, and I don't think they did. So I had more affidavits that I presented them with. One for default judgment because no one answered me for my affidavit of fact of the, you know, for my special appearance and my objection to the jurisdiction. So anyway, so I guess the prosecutor got the paperwork. So when I came in there, finally when he called me to come up because that's how they do it in that courtroom. You have to see him first before you can move forward. So, you know, I was nice. We don't believe in this. None of this crap. None of this. That has nothing to do with here, and we don't believe none of that. Has the nerve to, like, throw the papers at me. Practically threw the papers in my face. Meanwhile, we're in the court. Court is going on. And I'm sitting down, and he's like, just get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. And what? And where were you born? I was like, I didn't tell him where I was born. I was like, oh, but I already corrected my birth certificate, had it exemplified. Oh, you had it exemplified. Just get out of here with this. Get out. And all yelling at me now. And so I got up. I was like, I have your oath of office. You have to hear me. Like, you have to give me due process. You took an oath to the Constitution. You have to uphold that right oath. And so, you know, I got a little boisterous at that point. And so, you know, I left the courtroom. So I'm still wondering. So, you know, they told me I had to leave, wait out front. So I'm like, okay, so can I go home? Or do I leave? Is it over? You know, no, wait. You still have to see the judge, blah, blah, blah. So they ended up bringing me back in to see another prosecutor. See, he was trying to get out of there anyway. He didn't want to deal with me. And I was like, no, hold up. I just won 3 cases already this month. And you think, no, you're going to have to listen. But the point I'm trying to make is that these people are evil, just pure evil. They talk to you like you ain't nothing.
No. Oh, let her finish her story.
Like he didn't have to come at me like that. Just say, okay, I don't want to acknowledge it, but now you're going to be all in my, throwing the papers at me and get out of here with that. That stuff doesn't, can't bring that up in here. All this, what? You know, that was all unnecessary. And so anyway, so I left, you know, I waited for them, told me to come back in. They had me see this other prosecutor. She was a female. So before I even got the chance to show her the papers, I was like, I'd like to move for dismissal. And she was like, okay. And then she was like, I was like, well, do you want to see my papers? Oh, no, that's not necessary. I'm going to dismiss it.
Back.
So I just let it go.
Yeah.
He was trying to shake you up and keep you not taking it, but you had it.
Yeah, but that's ostracizing too.
But it's like I've already been through this, so I'm used to it now. Like my first time, like I did lose lose one case last month, but that was because I wasn't on point, you know, and there was just a lot of mistakes that I made in the courtroom. I still didn't lose it because I plan on either suing a judge or moving forward, which is another question I need to ask you. Like, when they make you go to trial, put in a plea for you, and all of this, even though you know, I already went to the judges of the judges, and I already filed paperwork against the judge for doing all of that. But, you know, his final judgment was found me guilty. I need to pay some money. So now what do I do? Do I do a mandamus?
Yeah, well, you could do
because they're saying you could do an appeal, but appeal is for people who are pleading.
Yeah.
Like, please, I'm not doing none of that.
You could do a writ of error coram vobis, you know what I mean, which is letting them know that it's an error before the court, which would be that they entered in a sham plea. A sham plea. Do you know what a sham plea is?
I know what you're talking about, yes.
No. Like, you need to know what it is.
I'm going to write everything down. I'm going to write everything down.
But know what it is, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing to be taken because that's an actual definition. Again, sham plea. And you can't look it up in that one, all right? Yeah, put that in the trash.
And one more thing I want to
Hold on, Jay. You got the 4th edition with you?
And so then now, by the time the judge did call me to come up, she never even looked me in the face. She just called my name. I got up there. She asked me about, you know, how do you know, do you raise your hand or do you affirm or none of that. She just says, okay, they want to dismiss. I grant you the dismissal. And I was just like, have a nice day.
Right.
Have a good evening. But the other thing is the person who went up before me, her other girl, her case got dismissed too, but they still made her pay court fees for the day.
Yeah,
and I was like, I know she ain't going to do that with me today. And she did. She took that. I'm not paying nothing.
They tried that on me before. Congratulations, right? Oh, well, that answer has multiple layers to it. Because first off, you got to know what's money and what's not. Are you demanding? No. Don't be sorry. Let's be specific. Because all law is specific, right? Hold on. We talked about the superstorm versus the hurricane, right? So everything is specific, no matter what you're talking about. It depends on what you're putting in. I don't know. Different people have different cases. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. If she put in the tort, or did you just go for the case to be dismissed? Because I know that for the most part, a lot of people fight the case. You know, they create the paper trail, which is, you know, a part of the suit, and then go for, like, how sis got it dismissed today. She might want to go back and sue them for what they did, because she already got the freedom of the mental to do that. And person, exactly. So, yeah. El Elion, good for Full position. Yeah. Now look, this is evidence of study right here. Like, I've never seen a melted Black's Law Dictionary. Like, this joint is melted. Yeah. See, this is what it looked like. You know what I mean? And like, hold on, let me see. This is exactly what it looked like. Sham plea. I was about to go back to passport real quick. Yeah. Hold on. Sham plea, though. Let me see, because you know how it is in the dictionary. It might be under the word plea, and then it'll have sham plea, or it might be under sham. I'm going to find out. I'm going to pull it right now. Yeah. About to say, I know it got to be a more in here with a 4th edition Black's Law. Has to be. Yeah. No, it's all good. You look, but that's a good lesson you got today. You got a good lesson. You don't need that right there. You don't need that. Oh, y'all. Yeah. Uh-huh. Sister, hold on, check it out. So, does anybody want to volunteer to read the definition of sham plea? I don't mind, but if anybody wants to volunteer, it's fine. If not, I'll read it out loud. Okay, so I'll read it out loud. Sham plea, on page 1310 of the Henry Kimball Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, it says sham plea is a false plea, a plea of false or fictitious matter, subtly drawn so as to entrap an opponent or create delay. Okay? And then it says a vexatious or false defense resorted to under the old system of pleading for purpose of delay and annoyance. Mr. Chitty defines, I'm sorry, that's his name, no. Mr. Chitty defines sham pleas to be pleas so palpably and manifestly untrue that the court will assume them to be so. Pleas manifestly absurd when answers or defenses admit of lawyer-like argument such as courts should listen to. They are not sham in the sense of the statute, quote unquote. I'm not going to read that whole thing, but basically that's the gist of a sham plea. And we could take it to passports. I think we kind of broke that down. But if anybody, I know it was the brother. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold up. Okay, so look. Under the definition of passport, they have sub-definitions. So they have the definition of passport in maritime law. They have the definition of passport in international law. And then they have the definition of passport in American law. And it says in modern law. But we from Jamaica to here, we Americans, right? Yeah. So let's look at what it say in American law. It says a passport is a special instrument intended for the protection of American vessels against the Barbary powers, usually called a Mediterranean pass. That's what it's called. A passport is a Mediterranean pass. And you know who was dominant or dominions of the Mediterranean. Well, it was Moors all day. You know what I mean? Barbary powers, etc. You know that. Also, a document addressed to foreign powers which certifies that the quote-unquote person therein described is a citizen of the United States and which requests for him while abroad permission to come and go as well as lawful aid and protection. But look, again, citizens of the United States, which is a fraud ab initio. That's what I was saying. It's the difference between American citizenship and United States citizenship. And the American citizenship is way broader than United States. So in American law, that's what it is. There's no United States, quote unquote, citizenship that is legit. Because they say that comes directly from the 14th Amendment. And they hit you with the dual citizenship, state citizen and United States citizen, which only refers to corporations. So, you know, yeah, and then in international law, because when you're dealing with passports, more than likely you're going to places where it's international.